welcome back to my channel. It is a beautiful Friday, and I am here with Kerri of the Monday team today. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. How are you doing today?
Doing good. It's a beautiful day in July. What more could we ask for?
I know, exactly. Okay, so great. Let's hop right in. So Kerri, what is your favorite part about being an agent?
Well, there's lots of different levels to that. There's my favorite part with clients is helping them find a yes where sometimes they may have been told no so many times by so many people generationally, sometimes demographically, sometimes, or just people who didn't have anyone around them that could show them the way. So um, empowering people to build their wealth through real estate is one of my favorite things. And then on the empowerment note, I run an amazing team of all women. There's 10 of us agents now on the team. And I love empowering my agents in order to do the same for their clients. And we're a little girl gang over here. You know, we've got our tribe,
Yes.
we've got each other's backs, and we thrive together and go to places that we wouldn't otherwise be able to see ourselves going because of the strength in numbers.
I absolutely love that. Go women. That's amazing too. And I know that, within real estate, there's some powerhouse women there. And it's great for you to have a team of powerhouse women that can just kind of show and educate and, it helps the client feel comfortable. And so that is truly awesome. I applaud that for sure. What have you learned over the years that makes you an exceptional agent?
Well, going back to the very, very beginning, which was almost 20 years ago, I had some pretty major concerns over being accepted into the real estate world. As you can see, I have a lot of tattoos. I'm not your conventional stilettos and BMW realtor. And so at that time, I had some big concerns about needing to conform in order to perform for my
Yeah.
clients. And the reality that I came to, and I think the secret sauce to my success and also what I empower my ladies as well is that if you are yourself, you are going to attract your own tribe. You're going to attract your niche of people who wouldn't feel comfortable with the other folks anyways. And
Exactly.
that truly is your superpower, is when you can authentically be yourself at all times. You can, cuss under your breath, and then, your client's like, yeah, totally, I get it. You're in the company of people who are just like you, who just want to find a home. They want to find a home and they want to plant seeds. And a lot of times those folks are overlooked as well. And we embrace them.
That's amazing. This is definitely a relationship type of field. So, I've purchased a home before and it was great to have that connection with the realtor. And I think that that's super important, that you can feel like comfortable, because this is a huge purchase. Or even if you're selling, like, this is probably one of the largest transactions you'll be part of in your entire life as a buyer and a seller. So it's really good to have someone that you feel you can connect to and you have similarities and you can trust that person to feel like they've got your back. So that's awesome. So for all of our people looking out there, what areas of town do you specialize in?
Well, we specialize in areas, but we also specialize in a lot of out of the box strategies to how we approach real estate as well. As far as location goes, we are in Northern California. Our office is in the city of Oakland, and we kind of resonate out from that. East Bay mostly. We do
Okay.
travel across the bridge for certain clients. So mostly Alameda County, Contra Costa County, but we go outside of that for the folks who have already developed relationships with us and couldn't imagine working with anyone else. And
Yeah.
so we've sold homes in Southern California. We've sold homes like right at the Nevada border.
Okay.
So we will travel if necessary, but we also have agent partners who align with us, who are able to collaborate in order to give our clients the same level of service that they have come to expect.
Awesome. Okay. So Contra Costa, Alameda, but if you're needed somewhere else, you're willing to go, which is awesome. Um, so what can a potential buyer or seller expect from you?
Okay, so I hinted at the last answer to the question, but they can expect a journey of out of the box thinkers. So everyone on our team, all our ladies, we thrive in the gray area. We thrive in the areas that aren't so vanilla, and so folks who are they're solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, investors. A lot of times they might not make money conventionally. We have circle of lenders such as yourself
Yep.
who are able to find solutions to that. Also, folks who have homes that aren't necessarily like the picture perfect 3-bedroom, two bath home in the neighborhood that everyone wants. We have
Yeah.
solutions for those folks too, that isn't just your standard, hey, spend a whole bunch of money on it so we can hopefully attract a buyer or two. So we've got a lot of solutions, a lot of out of the box strategies that we use for both our buyers and our sellers that create successes and wins for everyone.
Awesome. And I know this has been a hot question on everyone's mind. So where do you believe the market is right now? You have boots on the ground. Like, are you seeing, is the competition starting to pick up? Do you think people are like waiting for interest rates to drop? Like, what are you seeing out there?
Well, we are hanging out in several different markets in the Bay Area. There is separation based off of location, separation of markets. There's also
Mhm.
separation as far as price points go as
Right.
well. Um, as a whole, and you've heard it before because I've listened to your other recent podcasts, but as a whole, we are in a world of low inventory, and that is still keeping competition high,
Yeah.
and gives our buyers less choices. On the
Yeah.
listing and selling side of things, you know, as a seller, you have to try because
Yeah.
buyers are more picky. Now that things are more expensive, buyers actually care about the details. Whereas
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, you could be the ugliest property on the block and you're still getting multiple offers. Now you
Mm.
actually do have to try. And, sometimes that does mean spending a little bit of money. That always means staging. I know that that's, close to your heart as well. It
Yes.
makes all the difference. Um,
Yes.
and strategic pricing plays into all of that also. And so you can't just go with the discount brokers and
Yeah.
expect the
Top
phenomenal
dollar.
results. Exactly. And
Mhm.
that goes on both the buy side of things and listing side of things. We have seen, friends don't let friends work with discount brokers. Uh, we have seen situations where, friends of friends buyers significantly overpaid because they were getting advice from someone who literally, has way too much on their plate and didn't take the time to help educate their client. And then
Yeah.
on the listing side of things, um, we've seen when friends of friends uh, end up going with a discount broker, and we see that final sales price and we're like, oh honey, you left money on the table, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
You were trying to get a discount on the transaction side of things, and you ended up selling for hundreds of thousands less than you could have otherwise. So all of that to say, we're constantly looking out for the best interest of the client, even if that means that sometimes, we're having to work double as hard or double as smart, right?
There you go. Yes, work smarter, not harder sometimes. And then I know you don't have a crystal ball, but where do you think the market is headed, like towards the end of this year? What can we look forward to, I guess?
So following all of my favorite economists, including we're partnered with this company called Place. It's the top 1% of agents across the country, and we are funded by Goldman Sachs, and so we get quarterly updates. And the reality is that Q4 of this year, we're going to see a change. The Fed's already kind of alluded to it in their last meeting, instead of the hard no, which they've been drawing that line in the sand for a long time now. Now they're feeling like a little bit, maybe the jobs report came out. Finally, we're like back to our baseline, our pre-COVID baseline, which means that the numbers that the Fed's making decisions on are true now. And so they can confidently make that change, because they really oopsed up in during COVID and got us into this mess. So given all of that, it's time, and it's an election year, and every election year rates somehow magically go down, and so I would be surprised if they didn't. So all signs point to rates will go down, and that means prices will go up.
Yep, and that means competition is going to get steep. Everyone who's been sitting on the sidelines is coming out of the woodwork. So if you are watching this, you are thinking about buying a house soon or in Q4, get pre-approved now. Get your realtor now. Reach out to Kerri now, so that you're kind of ahead of the game, because this process sometimes takes months, maybe, to find your perfect spot. And so if you can get started before all the competition jumps back into the ring, that's always best case scenario.
If you're loaded up, ready to go, if the perfect property happens to show up next week, there's going to be no regrets. You can take action on that. And I know everyone loves to say, marry the house, date the rate. But the truth is you can never change the price that you pay on the house. But what you can do is you can go back and refinance that rate. And if rates end up going up, you're still going to high five yourself because you got in on the low end. If they go down, you refi. You're going to win either way.
Either way. Yep. Real estate is the number one way to build wealth, in my opinion. So get into that house, get your equity going. It's going to pay off in the long run. Oh my gosh. Well, that was a lot of great advice and information. And Kerri, how do we get in touch with you? That's the big question.
So if you want to see a little more of the Monday team and some of our marketing, everyone loves our website. And so you can first go check out our website at themondayteam.com. It is definitely not average, and we are not average. Or you can text me anytime at 510-409-4966. And I say text because, let's get real, that's how everyone communicates these days.
Yeah, at least it's straight to you. You're like, I might miss your call, but if you text me, I got it for sure.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for all your insights. I love when I can meet someone who is different than the average, like you're out of the box. I love the tattoos. I have tattoos. Sometimes I feel like I have to hide them, and you just empowered me to just be me. And yes, I love it. I love the positivity. And it was so great talking to you and getting to know you. Thank you so much for doing a podcast with me.
Martiana, I thank you right back. Seriously, you're doing an amazing thing by featuring the top agents across the state. And thank you. I appreciate it.
Mhm. Absolutely. And everyone watching, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday.
Bye.